Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on Lord of the Rings Online here on Twitch. Sorry, I need to change the server because we are not on Peregrine today. We are over on Mary. We're just going to say Mary. So it's Mariadoc, but we're on Mary. So, oh my goodness. One of the cats is like not sure what she's going to do, so she's just going to sit in front of my monitor. We'll see how long that lasts, because I may end up having to move her. We'll see. Anyway, I'm Little Redhead, so welcome. Thanks for coming along here. So first off, I'm going to grab my ingredients out of these ingredient crates. So we'll do that. Oh, I have some unclaimed allegiance rewards. I probably should do those. Let's take a look. It's not Kingdom of Gondor. It's not... Oh, Hobbits of the Company. Haven't done that on this one. Oh, maybe it is. Nope, nope. Let's see. What about these guys? Oh. Nope, that's not it. Ledger Keepers. There it is. Well, let's go ahead and grab those. Sure, why not? So I have a few allegiance things going on at the moment, as you can see. So, all right. Now, over on Peregrine, though, yes. Oh, Threader asks, is that a 64-bit server? It is. Yes, and as before points out, all of the local servers now are 64-bit. That's true. But yes, this is one of the new 64-bit servers. It is the, on the EU side, it is the role-playing server. Yeah, Threader says, I didn't think there were any left. They did close them at the end of August. That was the end of the 32-bit servers. So if you had any characters that were still there when they closed, eventually you'll be able to transfer those off, but you won't be able to log into them first to check on them. So you'll have to just go ahead and transfer them blind and hope everything, is where you want it to be. Oh, you just came back. You've been away a while. Well, welcome back. Yeah, so as you probably heard, yeah, the server's not consolidated. I say consolidated because it consolidated the players, right? Because, yeah, all the 32-bit servers have closed, and they opened new 64-bit servers, and there's 3 on each side. So 3 on the US side and 3 on the EU side. So you've got 2 regular servers and 1 Roleplay Encouraged server. That's where I am on the Roleplay Encouraged server here on the EU side, because I live in Europe, so it makes sense for me. But yeah, and then like back in 2015, they closed a bunch of servers, and people still had characters on there, and it's taken a while for the code to get matched up, but they finally got it so that way people could transfer off of those, what they call dark worlds, to the new 64-bit servers. And then now that the 32-bit servers are closed, they're also calling those dark worlds. And so you'll be able to transfer off of those as well the next time they open up transfers, which they're planning to do before the end of the year. I think their plans are to do it sooner than that, like within the next month or 2, but just have to wait if you have anybody left. Luckily, I was around and was able to get all my characters off of the 32s, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I was able to kind of do a little pre-planning where I was like, okay, these characters are going here, these characters are going here. So I just like load up their inventory with the things that, I wanted to go to these very specific places. But yeah, you'll still be able to transfer your characters. You just won't be able to like log into them and see what they're carrying. Any housing that you had will go away, but you should get like you'll get stuff for it if you can get stuff for it.
You'll get credit.
Yeah, you'll get credit. Like if you have a regular house and you had bought extra storage at that house, you'll get that credit back, so that way you can use it when you buy a new house, that sort of thing. If you had a premium house, They are no longer doing housing writs. This is a pretty new thing. They recently turned them into homesteading coins, I believe. Yeah, homesteading coins. And they're a much smaller unit. So whereas like I think how did Scenario put it? Like if you want to buy a can of soda and you had it cost you one housing writ, it was basically like charging you $10 for one can of soda. But now these homesteading coins breaks it down a lot better. So that when you're only paying like $1 for a can of soda or whatever, you know. So if you had a premium house, you'll get those that currency back as homesteading coins instead of housing writs, and it'll go directly into your wallet. So you won't have an item in your inventory. It'll go into your wallet on the server where you send that character who was the house owner. So hopefully that catches you up on a lot. So, yeah. Before it says at this point all dark servers are 32-bit and all 32-bit are darks. It's one-to-one mapping. True, but because it's been 10 years of people calling the old servers dark worlds, that adding the new 32 bits into that category may be confusing to some people. So I just wanted to kind of detail that out in case that wasn't completely obvious or easy to catch. I am feeling just a teensy bit of a chill. Not a lot, just a teensy bit. So hang on, I'm going to throw a thing over my shoulders before the cats come over and get on my lap. I assume I'm going to get a cat on my lap here at some point. Oops. I have caught myself on a button. Hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, so Tellurian says from the Discord server. So there is an official Lotro Discord now, by the way. So for those who are just coming back also, in case you haven't heard about it. So that's kind of cool that we now have a Discord where you can get like official stuff. They like Cordovan and a bunch of the devs are active on there. How am I lost on how to wear an outfit? Okay, here we go. Maybe I should just make myself some capes or something. I know, no capes. All right. Okay, so Cord said over on the official that if we can go this week, we will. Unclear if we can do it. If we can, though, at this hour, we will see. Okay. So cool. Oh, by the way, Bullroarer is going to be open this week for a little bit, for like Wednesday, Thursday, I think was the latest of the of what their plan was, and they're testing out some. I forget what they're working on, but it's sweet. Cat's like trying to figure out where she wants to go. Anyway, they will be giving out a new title, which is like Friend of the Bullroarer or something like that. So I'm kind of excited. I want to get that. So just had FYI for those of you who are maybe Hobbity role players, you might find that a fun title to have. So Throder says the 64-bit servers are so much better. The game looks amazing. You play it in high definition. Awesome. Oh, Werlin asks, I know you don't work for SSG, but is there a better way to contact them for support? I've been waiting 2 days for a Lotro point purchase I made via Steam, and they haven't responded to my ticket. Tellurian was asking if you had received a confirmation email. Oh, and Tellurian has the same issue. You got all the confirmation emails in the past. You use the Steam launcher, so it goes through them. Yeah, so, well, and as before points out, and you already know this, that we don't have a way to get to customer support. However, I will say if something seems like it's taking a long time, sometimes Cord will be like, hey, just send me a message, give me the ticket number, and he can take a look and see if there's something weird going on, or, or something like that. So you can send a message to Cord directly on Discord, or also in the forums. So that would be a way to do it. So Cordovan, you could reach out to him directly and see if there's anything that he knows or can chase up for you. Yeah. So yeah, that's the best I can recommend. And I know he has said that in the past, so I'm not like saying something that he'd be like, what? Why would you tell people that? No, he has said that sometimes on his stream that, you know, you can reach out to him directly if things seem like something's weird. So, and just make sure you give him the ticket number, because that way he can check in with customer service on that. Okie dokie. So I am working on the legendary item reward track, and I like to get the fun roleplay-esque stuff on the servers where I'm active on roleplaying. And now that we are now the servers situation is all settled out, I'm trying to get some of the things off the legendary item reward track on Peregrine and also Mariadoc. Werlin, you said you don't know them or how to contact them. They are an SSG employee. They're the community manager, and they are active on Discord. So just look for Cordovan, Cordovan, and you can just reply to him there. So, or on the forums or on Discord. He's active. You won't have a hard time finding him. You can also use the search function to look for people in Discord. And also on the forums, there's like a staff tracker button you can click, and that will show you people who are SSG employees and recent posts that they've made, and that's also an easy way to find him, because like I said, he's active. So, okay, yeah, so the current track says, so the way the legendary item reward track goes is you've got increments, just like your like experience bar. You're just doing like increments, working your way through these boxes. And the boxes tend to repeat, so you'll have things like ancient script, enhancement runes, and sealed traceries are pretty much what repeats over and over again. And every like 5, it repeats again. The and then at 25, and then sometimes it's embers and figments, embers of enchantment and figments of splendor. And then when you get to 25, there's also tracery tokens occasionally in here as well. So yeah, but mainly it's those other things, those 3, and then occasionally they dribble in some other stuff. So at 25, 50, 75, and 100, that's where there's usually something exciting to me. So this time, what's at 25 is an Oryx cosmetic pet. Let's see. It looks like you get a tome of the striped Oryx and the tome of the young striped Oryx. So you get 2 cosmetic pets. At 50 is a legendary coffer of Harvest Bounty, which is it says it's a housing bundle. So I'm guessing Harvest Bounty housing bundle. That sounds very, you know, like it sounds like a Hobbit-y kind of thing. Like, well, something that would fit well with hobbits. So I'm definitely interested in that. At 75 is the coffer of the Marsh Scorpion. So that's another cosmetic pet. And then at 100 is a coffer of the Dread-Filled Dwelling Housing Bundle. So again, some housing stuff, and it definitely sounds kind of, you know, Halloween-esque. So my goal is definitely to get to 50 on both servers. And then if I can get to 100 also, that's cool. But if I don't, that's okay. Because I don't have a Halloween decorated house at the moment, and it's okay if I don't ever get to it. So it's okay. Well, so it'll happen. Let's see. So Electrolotra asked something about one day SSG will they sell a pack of parchment to configure its virtues as valors? I have no idea. That's something you could ask on the forums. Because I know that the Lotro devs do look at the forums, so maybe that's a question you can ask there, because I have no idea. I don't think I've heard anything about that. And yes, Thrudder points out that the new expansion will be taking us to level 160. That's true, and I think it's due to come out like the beginning of December, I think is what I had heard from Cord. when he was streaming on Friday, because he streams on Fridays, and so I try to catch his stream so I can get the news, you know. So I think he said early December is when they're targeting that. So my character currently is at 150, which is the cap here. And so that's why I think we're going to go do some delvings. Does that sound good? Come aboard. All right. Here, let me get rid of the names so you can... Yeah, I've got my little boat here. Isn't that great? With its little crates. See? It works out pretty good. Aye, aye, Captain. All right, so can't delve too deeply. We need the bottom of this thing. Yeah, the grass has kind of grown through the bottom of this little boat. It's may not be as seaworthy as maybe it once was. But how about I take us to the Bloody Eagle? Put an L in there. There we go. So I have a guide to skill, which is a hunter. Hunters have guide to skills, which means I can take myself and my whole fellowship to wherever it is that we're going. So I love playing a hunter for the guide to skills. So, and then Telerian points out, still feeling a bit peckish? Oh, are you following me? Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, B4 has been making some wonderfully delicious foods here at the house. It's been awesome. So I am not surprised that he's still hungry to go eat more of whatever it is he made most recently. So now, Delirian was pointing out that I think it is just the payment method that is different, but it seems the confirmation got sent out, but the points were not awarded. I would say if you got a confirmation email, we're in the same situation. So yeah, if it's a known issue or bug or something like that, customer service won't be able to help you until that has been resolved. So if it's a known wider thing, you may have to just wait. And I would say on Friday, like I said, Cord streams here on Fridays at noon Eastern time, and that would be, and he does the news when he first starts up. So that might be a time to like check in, see if he says anything about this, which appears to be maybe a wider issue, and see if they have information on, you know, where it stands and what's the scoop on resolution. So, yeah, Orlin says, the way I play Altaholic, it will be years before I get to 160. The level cap will probably move a few times. That has been my problem. These characters, we actually Valard to like 130 and 140 because we wanted to do the delvings here on Mary, which I think we did it actually maybe when we were still on Laurelin. And then anyway, so yeah, we wanted to be able to do these delvings, and you have to be cap level to do that. So we just went ahead and bumped them up and did it from there. Oh, so there's a Delve into Darkness weekly. So I'm going to get that weekly wrapper. So that'll be good. So the fun thing about the wrappers is, let's see, this one's only for 10. But I got to do tier 6 or higher. That's fine. And it's going to give me some Delving Writ, some Embers of Enchantment, some Enhancement Runes, some other Enhancement Runes, and 1,000 Virtue Experience. So that's kind of nice. That ain't bad. All right, so we're going to just work our way through these for a couple of reasons. One of them is because a bunch of these give us crab, and that's the food that's like kind of the best for our characters right now. So we like kind of stocking up on crab for me to pass over. I pass all mine over to Affadil, who then goes and crafts us some good foods. Yeah, in-game and at home. Ah, that's funny. All right, so we'll probably start with a cut above. Let's see. The merchant ships need help. They're being attacked by corsairs while they're delivering food and supplies to settlements in the Cape of Umbar. And we think these attacks are being coordinated by a corsair captain. So we're going to go there, root out the corsairs so the merchant vessels can once again pass safely into and out of the Cape. And we're going to try and defeat Gassafar and the scoundrels who follow him. And then for doing this, we're going to get some legendary item experience, which is the whole point of coming here, right? We're also going to get this modest gift of Uri, which is something we can turn in for a faction stuff, an eagle bit, and a ledger keeper's mark. So we're just hanging on to all that stuff for now. But we'll get a bunch of it. Oh my goodness, me and my mouse issues. All right, there we go. Good for, yeah, okay. Now, we're both the same level. We're both 150, so it doesn't matter which one of us goes in first. But if one of us was if we were different levels from each other, whoever goes in first, that sets the level of the mission when you go in. Now, you see we've got this funky rock standing over here, this delving stone. So if we go over to it, actually I might not have any. You may have to have you do it to start. I think I didn't keep any of them. Well, maybe I have one. I'll take a look. Oh yeah, before says yeah. My only completionist is on Mordor, or is on Peregrine is in Mordor, and yeah, we'll get there someday. Yeah, so we've been playing completionist characters that we started playing over on Treebeard, and then we transferred those over to Peregrine, and so we're continuing to do our completionist thing over on Peregrine with those characters. But yeah, they're still in Mordor, so they got a ways to go before we're gonna get to here. Yeah, gonna be a while. Gonna be a while. So yeah. Want to dare 12 since Epic Fervor is is Epic Fervor the one where we get plus 10% for each one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
That's the main plugin.
That sounds great. Okay. So I don't know if you noticed, but when I clicked on the delving stone there were different levels. And each level has like an effect. Oh, speaking of, I just got tons of dread. And then each successive level has yet another thing. Hang on. Oh, that's here. Oh, dippy dip. Hold on. Don't start any more combat. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Mistakes were made. Okay. I'm trying to attack them with an instrument, and that won't happen very effectively. So there we go. Okay. Like I say, I roleplay with this character more than I quest. So, you know, I'm running around with the instrument I was playing last time with Green Dragon Friday. Oh, anyway, so yeah, the different delvings have different effects, and I actually didn't get a chance to catch any of them. But as you work your way up, you'll have more effects until it kind of caps off at like 5 or something like that. And so then it just gives you like the lowest one drops off and the next one drops in and so forth. So like if I look at this guy, I guess it's more than 5. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. Okay, 8 things. But so we've got like something that's from level 5. Like if I was doing a level 5 delving, a 6, a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're doing level 12. So that's why, so it kind of starts at where you are and works its way down until you have 8, and then you're, you know, that's all this stuff they're going to put on you. But like on this one, like on monster death, an explosive fungus grows out of the monster's body and you're slowed. Monsters have a dreadful aura above them, adds 3 to the current level of dread when in range, and so forth. So there's a lot of fun effects, and before I posted a link there with more of the details. Oh, and combat has begun. All right. So we have a little thing that we do between us where before puts there, let me fear the moon. I have feared the moon. So we hit the sun, we fear the moon. Oh boy. Do one of those. Oh, really? Bummer. That's okay. This is why I have it handy having a minstrel. Yeah. We were hoping to do 2, but then 4 of them showed up. So I was like, oh, that was not ideal. So speaking of food, I'm going to do foods with my character here real quick. Okay. Yeah, and then Afdil's going to give us some hope here in 5 seconds, which will be great for that dread that I'm sitting on. So Werlin says, I've been playing for about 6 weeks. I have 3 in the mid-30s and 1 late 20s who I'll probably abandon because Warden Gambits cause a memory leak in my brain. Yeah, I do not have any active Wardens that I play as a Warden. There's a new thing that they introduced. Let me throw a trap down. Oh, sure. A lookout? No.
No, lookout in there can you can see.
Cutthroat?
Sure.
Let's see if there's a cutthroat nearby. Okay, yeah, there they are. But I don't know that they come close enough. Oh, okay. On it. Excellent. So there's that mushroom. You want to avoid that mushroom. It's not a good mushroom. That's not a Hobbit mushroom. Yeah. Om nom nom. I'm going to do my thing here. That's funny because I had the instrument on when I started. It's still showing me as having that when I'm emoting. That's really funny. There should be another sneak, or maybe not. I guess that's... Yeah, okay. So yeah, we want to avoid those puddles, which are so much easier to see now, which is fantastic. Look at that. Look how obvious that is on the ground. I love it.
You're at 3 and I am at 7.
Ah, okay. So yeah, there's a nice benefit of the day, which is whatever it was that he said. We're basically, for every kill that you get credit for, every defeat that you get credit for, yeah, it's called Epic Fervor, thank you. For every defeat you get credit for, you get plus 10% damage on the damage you're doing. Whoa! I'm still working on this one. I don't want any more. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Oh. He came right up and started hitting me. Yeah. I did not follow the protocol. Yeah, I'll stay in here and get some healing. Oh, Werlin says your purchase was to get the River Hobbit bundle so you can make a couple River Hobbits and try the alternate starting content. Yeah. Well, the good news is, I mean, the content's not going anywhere. So you've got plenty of time. Okay. Hi. Kato has joined the party. I'm not sure if I can actually see it from here. I think it's probably out of my vision, but nope, can't see that one either. Yeah, before saying hasn't had any point purchase issues in the past. However, we're playing straight through the Lotro launcher and not through Steam. So, you know, there's no additional party to loop in. I was thinking there's a sneak around here. Hang on. So there's that lookout. There should be another, well... Yeah, that's the one we already know about. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say let's take the patrol if we can. So, you fearing first or am I fearing first?
I'll do it first.
Okay. Yeah. That says 2 lookouts there. Look out. Bad mushroom.
There it is.
Ah, okay, here we go. Thank you. Cool, cool, cool.
Thanks.
Hey, what you doing? Okay. I'll do a rain of arrows first, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, awesome. All right, now you can moon it. Cool. It's nice when it goes well. Thanks for removing my lingering whatever it was there. It's like that bush is just shooting at you. Alright.
We're both at 10.
Nice. Now the guy we want is right there, but unfortunately, he's likely to call his friends. So let's see if I can just... Oh, really? I mean, we could just go straight for him and fear one of the others.
I'll shoot him.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Alright, I'll start with rain of arrows, I guess. Oh yeah, I was gonna use that other stuff. So my thinking is we could just leave him there and just say hi to the scout and run away. Okay. Risky, I know, right? Living on the edge. Alright. Let's see if that works. Nope. Sorry, the mouse, something's going on. It's not picking up movement properly. Let me try a white piece of paper underneath it. Nope. It doesn't like that at all.
How about an extra one from if we want it later?
Oh, you know what? I think I got it. I think there was something in there. There we go. Okay. Groovy shoovy. So now we come in and we've got two things to turn in. This is why doing delvings is like the way to go if you're trying to get ally experience, because one, we have the mission itself, which we talked about before. I'm going to get all those goodies. And then secondly, I've got that delving that I'm going to turn in. Excuse me. And that gives me legendary item experience, which is what I'm looking for. So now I've got legendary item experience basically from the quest itself, the mission, and also again from this delving. And then I'm also going to get a delving chest, and they're going to give me an amethyst, which is what I need to put into that stone to do it again, or to do another level. Now, one thing to keep in mind, sorry, my inventory is a little bit of a mess, but that chest that they give you, it expires in an hour. So you want to make sure that you open that before it gets too long, because you'll be sad if you forget about it and then you don't have it. So, and then what this one gave me is it gave me some armor, some vambraces, and they are about the same as what I've got right now. A little bit better in one, but a little worse in another. So I am not likely to keep these because I'm happy with what I've got in comparison. So I am, I don't know if you can see, but there it says at the bottom, it says disenchants into 30 delving writs. So that's what I'm going to be doing with a lot of these things that I get is, let me get my stone of sorry, flame of Alcalmir, and I'm just gonna put it right over that. And so when I right click on the stone, it shows me which things I can disenchant. So I can disenchant these van braces that we talked about. So I'll do that. I could disenchant these shoes, these boots, which are, let's see, a little more agility, a little more vitality. It's got critical rating. Oh yeah, I probably actually want to switch to those. So I'll just leave those for the moment. I also have like a Mushroom Hunters pack that I could disenchant into Figments of Splendor. So there's lots of different currencies that using this Flame Valcalamir can take things to. Figments of Splendor, Modes of Enchantment, Embers of Enchantment, the Delving Writs. Yeah, there's a handful of different currencies. Oh, Ancient Script. There you go. I can disenchant these to Ancient Script. So there's a lot of different things that you could end up, getting rid of and getting the currency out of it. Oh, festival tokens. That's another one. Like the Yule Festival. I know there's a couple things you can get that way. Things like that. So, let's see. Werlin says, but so far my favorite class I've tried is the Mariner. Mariner is fun. I have enjoyed starting a Mariner. Oh, whoops, I didn't actually read this to you. Sorry. We're supposed to recover some research about Umbari culture. But yeah, so I enjoy playing the beginning of it, but then I just never get very far. And then I actually really enjoy playing the Hunter, so I just keep coming back to my Hunter. It's like I understand how to push buttons and shoot things, so I'm good with that. Hey, Skagosi, welcome. Good to see you there. So Threader says, never did delving. Looks fun. How do you start it? So that's the one I was talking about where you have to be cap level for the server. The characters who are doing the delvings have to be. So that's your first goal, is have a cap level character. And like I said, we used Valars on these characters to bump them up and get them a lot closer. And then we just quested the last, 10 or 20 levels to get us there. Okay, so there's some research papers over here on the other side of that rockworm. So I'm going to run over and grab these papers. So we have collected 1 out of 10 abandoned research. And then we also need to destroy some nests, which are further on, but we kind of have to get past these rockworms in order to be able to do that. So we're starting down here on the beach, and then we'll make our way up into that kind of more rocky area. That's true. And for this instance, it lets us build up that fervor, that plus 10% for each one. I'm going to guess you are cranking through it. Let's see, where's it at for me? Oh, I have 3 also. Nice. Look at that. Oh, there's some research papers. I'll go grab those. Yeah, and what for that fervor that we're talking about, where we get bonus attack, it only matters who gets the last shot, the final shot. So I could soften it up big time, and then, before I could finish it off, or actually more likely the other way around. In this situation, because I'm chasing after those research papers, and Before's doing a much better job of attacking things than I am. So that's kind of how we end up doing this one. Before attacks everything, and then I go grab the spoils. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. It had to think about that for a minute. A little bit of a hiccup there. That's all right. So yeah, so Before's got him chasing them down there, and I can just like stroll over here and grab these papers. Stroll. Of course, I have 50% already, and you have 80%. Nice. I am unsurprised by this. But the nice thing is that means the instance goes faster. Or the mission.
Well,
Okie dokie.
faster, and we can do it at 12.
Yeah, that's true. Being able to do this at level 12 is nice because, yeah, level 12 can be a little bit rough. Well, it looks like you cleared out most of this area already. Where are you at? There you are. Oops, let me get out of that. Goodness, they're just dropping boxes all over the place. Alright, grab this nest while we're here. Cool. Alright. Up the hill or down the hill? Okay. My feet said no. Now, the thing with these burrowers is some of them, like this guy, he's just yellow. He doesn't care. So I can walk right next to him and nothing is going to happen. But this guy, he's red. So if I go anywhere near him, he's activated and he's going to start coming for me. So there's a lot of these that are intermixed. So we can just leave that guy alone if we want to. You're standing in a box. Oh, no. Yeah. There you go. But, you know, if you're a area of attack type of person, you know, you're more likely to just say like, ah, all of them. So, in fact, I can, oh, I can't now. Dang it. Come on. I was going to do my rain of arrows and then my stuff went away. It was so sad. My focus. I lost my focus. Yeah. The first you see is B4 and then a tail of beasts. Just wait till we do the one with there's crabs on the beach. It's hilarious. Because, I mean, we could do it at a 12. That might be fun.
Well, I definitely won't have all of them attacking me. I'm not sure about these.
Because, yeah, B4 will often just, like, grab everything on the beach and start running. And so I'm like running by, grabbing the traps, you know, checking the traps, see what's in them, blah, blah, blah. And I look on the little mini radar and all I see is like this little trail of red dots. It's great. Come on, come on. Oh. Yeah. That was unfortunate. They kind of came, I'm not sure where they came from, but they definitely saw me. All right, it likes to think I'm still in combat with somebody, but I'm not sure who it would be. Yeah. Still in combat. Can't eat anything. Okay. Hello. Oh, you just jumped down. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Nom nom. Okay. And feet are fast. All right, grabbing these papers. Grabbing this nest. Cool. Let's see, yep, more up the hill. Goodness, yeah, you got a few of them. Oops, no, don't shoot that guy. Cool. Another thing you'll notice on the mini radar is the ones that are yellow don't show up as red dots, but the ones that are hostile do. So that's another way you can track where are the ones that are going to come for you. Or you just, run through. All paths are valid. Okay.
Missed stuff.
Well, there was some down the hill that we didn't get. Yeah, I think off to the right. Yeah, but here's one set. Okay, that's all the nests. We just need one more research paper. And there's one over here. Is it unguarded? Yes. I have it. Okay, so then we need to find the hive queen. And she's usually up at the top somewhere. Although, to be fair, I do get a little turned around sometimes on this thing. Hey, Casper. Casper's snoozing next to me. Ah, here we go. She's around here somewhere. There she is. Red dot on the map. Also, I'm targeting Affodil, and Affodil is targeting it, so I can target it through Affodil, which is nice, too. No, just because I can see your target, and then I can click on your target.
You could.
I also have skill forwarding, I think it's called, on, which means if I'm focused on Affodil, if I attack, it will automatically attack the target that Affodil is attacking. So that's also another way to just make sure, like, you're not attacking something else by mistake. All right, so yeah, so now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to turn in the mission.
There is much to be done,
And then I turn
and
in
here
the
are hands
delving.
by which to do it.
And then I go into my inventory and I open the delving chest right away. I got a sealed tracery, a legendary.
Nice.
That's awesome. The yellow, or sorry, the gold, which that is, not yellow. Those are two different things. The gold traceries there are like the best ones. So that's fancy. Yeah, I'm like, I think I might actually just pop that into my storage right now. Under my LI bucket. Yeah, that can just go right there. Nice. Okay. So a taste for crab.
Will you spare a moment?
All right, so this one is, it says there's a new chef in Umbar, and he's been entertaining all of Umbar with his delicious crab creations. Now, Umbar is running low on crab meat. This may not seem like an emergency, but I can assure you it is. There are bountiful supplies of crabs on Zamarzir in the Shield Isles, but large, ferocious crabs have been sabotaging our traps and fighting off the workers. Please aid the harvest on Zamarzir in the Shield Isles. Okay, so again, we're going to get some legendary item experience, some modest gifts of Uri, eagle bits, and ledger keeper marks. All right. Oh, and then they often have like a twist listed if there is something. There's no twist on this one, but sometimes there might be something like, it calls for its friends, or it explodes on defeat, or things like that.
Yeah, we could go undelving if you want me to just have it.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this without the delve. Oh, we could do it on delving 1. It's too late. Okay. We'll just do it without a delving. All right. So here we go. So on this beach are crabs and traps. So I'm going to go for the traps before it's going to go for the crabs. And you can see there are crabs out there, and Affodil is grabbing all of that aggro. That's so funny. You can start to see the little trail up in the top corner there of just all these little red dots. The biggest thing for me is I have to make sure not to like get ahead of them. Or I'll get the aggro from whoever's next to the trap instead of him. But like, check that out. It's so funny. I find it funny. There we go. There goes Kagosi. There's your trail of beasts. It's so good.
It works really well in this one because the crabs are inherently slow.
Yeah, that's fair. Before saying it works really well in this one because the crabs are inherently so. Wow, you've got one that's already rubber banding.
I didn't think that could happen in an instance.
I didn't. Well, I don't know, but he's walking backwards.
Backwards or to you?
Not to me. See, look, far away.
Bunkers.
Yeah. I mean, I can get his attention.
It's all good.
Okay. I'll just keep doing the traps. All right, so now you can see the combat has begun because we are collecting oversized crab claws from great crabs. So there's before with the collection of crabs. Oh my goodness.
Look at me and my crab children.
That is something. All right, we're going to grab these last two traps real quick. Sneakies says, hiya, everyone. Hello.
Rubber banding. I've never seen that in
Yeah, apparently in an instance, if you get to this instance, if you let them get too far, they will rubber band. Uh-oh, I'm not. Okay, I don't have to be close to you. Because now it's like find and defeat the crab cast mother. So, where is the crab mother? I thought she was.
on the east end.
Oh, she's further back, isn't she? Oh, yeah, there she is. I kind of ran too far back. So as before points out, it's possible to do this crazy silliness on this one because the crabs are slow.
So
Slow enough that you can, like, outrun them, which is great. All right, so now we have our escort to take us back. So there's your little bit of silliness for the day. That was great. The crab train, yeah. That was just like, it's like a little conga line of crab. So Werlin asks, so are these like instance daily quests? Yeah, basically. Yeah, I would say a mission is a daily quest idea because they do reset. As you can see, the ones I have done, it says it will reset in 8 hours and 36 minutes, which is when the server resets. The servers reset.
the daily quests reset.
The daily quests for that. But these reset daily at the server reset. So yeah, you can do them once a day. There's missions that are kind of dotted around the world. They've added them in a number of different places. So yeah, I would say that that's probably a good way to put it. That each that the missions are basically like little daily instances that you can do. Yeah, and as before points out, missions can be done solo or duo. So we enjoy doing these as a duo, because it's a lot of fun to run around together. Yay! But you could do it solo. You could absolutely just come in and do it by yourself. And missions you can just do. You don't have to be cap level. It's just the delving aspect you have to be cap. Yeah, 5 point. Before it does say that daily quests tend to reset at 3 a.m. server time, though I think there are a few exceptions. That's true. Okay, so in this one, I just picked it up, sorry. We're tending to wounded crew members, and we have to defeat the Corsairs. We're protecting the sea lanes here. So that's what we're up to here. So yeah, the delvings are only in a few places, so we're going to tend to this wounded guy here, while Affadil takes out these big bad guys over here, these cutthroats. Now this one is a boat at sea, and so there's no delving aspect to this one either. They were on us so fast. Show them we can give as good as we get. Doki doki. You're in a box, by the way. Multiple, as it were. Oops, and then I was. Oopsie. Alright. I'm gonna nom a honey cake real quick. Alright, so the rings of the people that I need to tend to are on the map, but it is 3-dimensional, so they could be above me. that sort of thing. Um, Tellurian says the displayed wait time is off most of the time since it displays the difference to 3 a.m. local time, but you can't redo them until the server agrees on the reset. Yeah, that's so. I guess that's a fair point. Just plan that you can't do them again until server reset, which is 3 a.m. server time, not 3 a.m. your local time, unless you happen to be on the East Coast of the U.S. Then they are the same. All right, so we've done everything on this level, so now we're gonna pop up to the next, which is the top, and they are waiting for us here, little stinkers. Oh well. So I'll get this wounded guy. That's the only problem with hunter inductions is sometimes they take too long. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Weirlin says I prefer that form of daily where it resets with the server over another game that resets every 20 hours since you did the last thing, mess up your cycle, and you could end up losing a day. All right, so we rescued the folks on the ship, and we defeated the Corsair guy who came on there and took over their ship. So now we can turn that in. Yeah, and before, as a programmer, points out that it's one of the 3 big difficulties in programming: time, strings, and numbers. And Tellurian says, and logic. So yeah, so Weirlin, every day, servers reset at 3 a.m. Eastern time because that's where SSG is located. So they've just tagged everything to be their headquarters time. And now the servers used to also be at that same location, but now they've moved. So, but it doesn't matter where the servers are. What they do is they have it all tagged to coincide with 3 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. That's what server time is. And then, so anything that resets at that point like festival quests, yeah, daily things, daily quests, all of that stuff resets at server reset. There's a few exceptions. There's these crates that you can click on once a day, and they give you some universal crafting ingredients, which are really handy. Hi. Can I interest you in a lap by any chance? Instead of being on my desk, how about being under my desk? I've got a little cubby. Oh, nope, she's going to go and see if she can sleep next to Casper. Okay. We'll see if this goes well or badly. Yeah, they were sleeping next to each other earlier. It could happen again. Anyway, sorry, she just went to lay down, like, basically on him, and he's taking umbrage to this. I expect cat feistiness to happen here. And you guys, my drinks are right there, so that ain't gonna fly. Thank you. Oh, anyway, the ingredient crates are every 22 hours. So basically, you can still come in at the same time every day and pick them up. So, you know, it kind of, it makes it easier if you come in at the same time every day, because that way you're not waiting like a couple of minutes or something like that. All right, just want to do the 12 here?
Sure.
I'm down for it. Cool. Okay. So we have some supply crates that we're picking up, and then there's some bad guys that we're gonna take out here. Look at all these ships that are like, this one's in good, and that one's looking good, but man, that's not a good looking ship. And that one's not looking good either. Oh yeah, Yeah, B4 points out that timed crafting recipes, 18 hours, 2 days, 18 hours, and so forth. So that way, yeah, if you come in at the same time every day, you've got a little bit of that wiggle room, which is nice. Ooh, got another one.
Good news. I stole all those pills.
Yeah, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Every single one of those went to Affodil.
I've got
And the
some
crate. I was just about to walk over and get the crate. That's hilarious. That's fine.
I've got some good finishers.
I don't, yeah, that's true. You do have some good finishers. Look at this. I'm like attacking with the hand nails. Upside down even, which is even funnier.
Here, have 10 damage.
That's hilarious. Nah, it's because I got so much induction time that's like, I get some good stuff, but then it's like, I'm waiting for it to kick off, and by then you've already finished them off. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's easier for me to do spike damage.
Yeah, yeah. Affodil does spike damage. Lots of.
You probably have higher throughput if the battle lasts long enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Before saying that, I probably have a higher throughput if the battle lasts that long. Like, if we're in, in battle for like 5 minutes or something like that, I probably do more damage overall. And if we're just like, beginning battle, and I can get a nice shot off, I probably do more damage. But the minstrel's lack of inductions, you're back, you silliness, does make you pretty effective, which is great. But I love I love how we do this, because basically Affodil, gets their attention, softens them up, and then I come in and I can start throwing in some nice big hits. So between the pair of us, we take stuff out very fast. Yeah, I think I'm going to swim around that.
This is a larger group. You want to start off with
Yeah.
stuff in this.
So what we often do for something like this, where we have a larger group, is I do some stealth. Get some extra stuff, do a little burn hot. Throw a rain of arrows down on them so we can soften them up. Affodil does another explosion, which slows them down, and I think does damage too, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. And then if there's still time, then I can do a second rain of arrows. Boom. So that's how we deal with those sorts of problems. All right, so now we got to return to our boat, one of those good-looking boats back there with our supplies. Here, I'll just, oh yeah, I'm not doing the whimsy walk. I could be doing the whimsy walk. Maybe I should put that on this thing. Wait, where did I get this? Why is this? Oh, because I recently opened that box. I have a cosmetic pet that's a drakeling. I love the cosmetic pets, but I stopped using them for a number of reasons. One, because the performance, it was impacting performance, so I stopped with that. But also because, like, they get in, like, they're visually in my way. Uh-oh, we see a flash of steel. The captain has arrived. Dum, dum, dum. So I'll probably go ahead and put that drakeling away here in a second. Okay. And I think I don't need so many pets on my bars. It's so weird though, because they changed Hunter around recently, and so there's a lot fewer buttons, it feels like, than we had previously, and so I've got holes on my bars and I'm not sure what to do about this. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
There is much to be done.
I guess I can move stuff around, but it's just so weird. Okay, the Beast of Belfalas. They've gotten reports of a great legendary beast, Tarasad, the Beast of Belfalas. It was seen rampaging through North Zamarzir. Growing up in Umbar, we all heard the stories of the great Beast of Belfalas, but most knew never to pay them much mind. Well, several captains have reported losing men to such a great beast, as long as 4 men and as wide as 3 in the last week. Large beast. Please investigate northern Zamazir, and if you find the great beast, defeat it quickly before it overcomes you. All right, let's go take a look. And yeah, this one is a delving because there's a delving stone. So we can do delving here.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now the only challenge is there's not actually enough mobs here for either of us to tend, perhaps, but definitely not both of us.
Oh, this is the one with the big lizards.
Yeah. But we can go
Right.
ahead and
Okay. So yeah, so this one, what before was saying in the background there is that there's not as many mobs here, so we're not gonna necessarily get to 10 each. But we'll see. You never know. Oh, I got a different one than you were doing. Okay. Basking rockworm. I don't know, I feel bad. These guys are just chilling out. You know, I'm coming in here and destroying their space. On the other hand, they are aggressive. If we got close to them, they would attack us, so... No, it wouldn't make me feel better if they attacked first. It'd make me feel better if we just didn't have to attack each other at all. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Cool Witch says, I feel like I'm doing this set of missions a lot quicker with the hunter changes. Yeah, I definitely am happier with my hunter than before the changes, because I used to sometimes go and do missions by myself when I'm trying to, because I was active on Laurelin and before was not. And so that character is now this character here on Mariadoc. And so I would sometimes be doing stuff by myself to try and get LI experience so I could get the goodies. And I found that I was struggling to do it with the hunter solo. So I was just actually, I have like a Bjorning and a Minstrel that were of the level of the what I wanted to do. So I would just go through and do like further adventures with those two. And yeah, I just didn't even bother bringing my hunter out. It was pretty crazy. So I agree. I am happier with the effectiveness of my hunter now. Hello, Dean Hypatia. How are you today? Oh no, bad mushroom. Bad mushroom. All right. Well, we'll just wait that mushroom out. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go and encounter a beast. It's over here. There it is. Rawr! It unleashes a bellow of rage. Heh. Looks like I got aggro. I could drop it. I'm not too worried about it. Here, I'll do a bard's arrow. Alright, so here's the thing, is those guys are gonna, yep, activate. If you get too close to that scout. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm also still covered in, I don't know what, blah, 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 blah. Got little circles, little poison circles around me there. That's funny. Oh, it drained all of my, my blue stuff. Power. It drained all my power. That's fascinating. Alright, so I'm going to turn these in. So there's 2 mission givers in this space that we're working with. So that was the first one. And then there's also a mission giver on the other side of these wonderfully squishy looking cushions. Like, check that out. You can get some of that as a housing item. Anyway, there's this other mission giver here that we can talk to and keep going with the delvings that we were doing. So we're going to do that. Oh, this one is called A Dark Treasure. We just got some exciting information, she says. We have a credible report as to location of a cache of riches stolen by freebooters from one of our merchant ships. Unfortunately, this report points us to Bakshad in the Shield Isles. It's quite a dangerous place to go, but we really could use that stolen coin to help us rebuild Umbar. We will help recover it for the good of Umbar. Oh, sure. It's what I do. All right, so there's our delving stone. which we will probably interact with. Excellent. All right. Where are we? Oh, that's right. We have to swim across the water. How about that? Excuse me. Well, Kato has returned and Casper's wandered off. These two are being silly today. There he is. So yeah, I think I might, I don't know, do something different with my bars here. I have a tendency to just use the buttons on the side of my mouse. So when my 12-button mouse was dying on me, that really caused issues for me. I'm using kind of like a backup mouse at the moment, but it doesn't have all the same features as my other one, so it's not as awesome. But I'm wondering if maybe I should just, I haven't done a lot of like the keyboard shortcut thingy where you like, the first row of buttons up above the standard one there is control. So if I hold down control and then click 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, you get those. And I'm wondering if maybe I should get more proficient with that, because then I could just move everything onto that second row, and maybe I'd be happy with that. I don't know. Because I had things spread out where I wanted them in the previous thing, but now with... So, Coach, are you finding that too, that it feels like you have fewer skills? Because I definitely feel like I have, like, okay, so they got rid of our 3 stances, so there's that, of course. But I am kind of feeling like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like things are missing, you know? I know they're not, like you have everything, but it feels weird. So now I'm like, well, maybe I should move some stuff down. Now that's an extra to remind me to use that, but I think I'm good now, and that's the same thing as that. But I could scooch these in. Before it says one benefit of WASDA instead of ESDF, which is what I do, is the heel of your left hand can bump control more easily. I also don't feel like I am, I don't feel like my hands are as dexterous, though. So that's another one of my... I also have small fingers compared to, like, people who play pianos and stuff. Short fingers. But if they... Oops. I went to the wrong place. Sorry. I have added combatants. But yes, B4 is very dexterous with his keyboard usage and shortcuts and all of that. And he likes to encourage me to follow his lead, but I just don't feel as dexterous. And yes, I hear what you're saying, that you feel it's a chicken and egg thing. Like, if I did it more, I would be more dexterous, which means I'd be able to do it more, which means I'd be more dexterous, flexible, etc., etc. Yeah, cool witch. Fewer traps, but you're finding the AoEs make up for it. I do miss the yellow trap. The tripwire. Man, I love using that on, like, big enemies. It's so funny. On dragons. Like, you can trip a giant dragon. How funny is that? I love it. So I kind of miss that. At least we have it on video, I think. Alright. That's all of them except for one down the hill. I'm just going to stay over here for a second. Well, I guess I could go around it. Okay. Oh. Is it coming? Oi. Oh yeah, and the, wake up for being stunned. That doesn't stun them back anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I liked it when it did that.
But you can do your cleansing while you're moving.
Oh, that's fair. I can do cleansing while I'm moving now, so that's nice. Yeah. Trade-offs. All right, so what if I move down my, like, freak out stuff and some of my healing stuff? All right, we'll give that a try and see if I like that better. So, oh yes, treasure. Huge treasure cache. We have to go click on. I sure hope this treasure isn't haunted. Yeah, Werlin has Control, Shift, and Alt on the mouse. Yeah, and I've tried some of that. I'm, yeah. It just doesn't happen. Alright, so now we go for the treasure cache again. It's a good thing it's not. Yeah, I sure hope this treasure isn't claimed by a captain. Oh no, Captain Shendy Greyeye has arrived to claim the treasure cache as her own. Oh no, who could have ever foreseen this? There we go. Alright, so that was the end of that one. We've helped grab everything so we can help rebuild Umbar. Luckily, that's not a task that they sent us on at this time. Although, we haven't done a lot of Umbar quests, so it wouldn't surprise me if they, like, send us around Umbar to, like, hey, can you pick up this trash? Or, you know, repair these boards or whatever.
Do you have need of something?
So that'd be funny. Cool. She's very happy with us there. Yeah, I really like having my mouse with the side buttons.
May you spare a moment?
And then the mouse I was using had an additional button on the far end that I don't really spend a lot of time on. So I could, you know, get more adept at that as well. All right, so I've got some weeklies that are like, you have to do 45 or something like that. So that finishes these. Oh, and you know what I haven't done? What we said, make sure you open your delving boxes before they expire.
I got 3 of them to open.
So let's see, I got 3. Yep. Okay, so I got some enhancement runes. We're gonna just drop those right in. I got, what's this? Sealed tracery. That's just gonna go on over. I got a box of crafting materials. We'll take the ore. And we tend to just go for the highest level of ore. So we'll grab that. I got a consumables delving selection box. I don't know what I want. Do I want the essences or the... I guess so, right?
Yeah, the essence is probably most useful.
Okay.
So we can just make the hope tokens.
And, oh, I got the character boosts. So I'll go ahead and open that. All right. So I've got... Oh, my thingy's wrong. Hang on. I need to fix that. Show used over free. There we go. So I have 9 slots left in my inventory. Oh, my currency's capped. My delving writs. Well, I should go spend some of those. Let's see. This won't give me any delving writs, right? Okay, so I'll go ahead and finish that. Oh. Character boost is fine. Let's see. Who do I talk to spend some delving writs? Oh, yeah, this guy. Delving reward vendor. All right, well, let's see what we can get here. Don't think I'm looking for any of the... those. Oh, there might be better armor for me. Okay. I mean, that's true.
Potentially better.
It is potentially better. I think I'd rather just see if there's any pets or mounts or something. There we go. Tome of the White Hamster. Well, that's fun. Here, let's just look at the pets and mounts. All right, here's the pets. So I could get a Tome of the White Hamster. That's cute. Ruby Sandworm, Adorable Sandworm, Grabby Crab, or Dusky Netherhound. Housing decorations. We could get some towers or decorative Anorian-style walls. More Anorian stuff.
Shoulders, the medium shoulder.
I think I'm okay without Anorian stuff. Although a small Anorian villain. Oh, somebody was talking about that the other day about taking over like a Belfalas neighborhood, and some of these things are huge and would fit great in those yards that you have over in that space. I think maybe pristine delving crops. Which one? Pristine, keen, delvers.
Just search for medium.
Oh, I can do a drop down for a medium, delving armor, pristine, keen, delvers thing. That's true. Well, let's see. Definitely more armor. Vitality, critical. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually seems to be quite better. Okay, fine. I'll grab one of those. And then throw that on. And then I'm going to use an essence reclamation thingy. Let's see. Those are not bound. Those are not bound. These are bound. I'm gonna use the ones that are bound to account because then, yeah. All right, and we're going to take the stuff off of that etched leather harness that I was just wearing. So apply that to there. It's gonna say sure. I'm gonna say yeah. And then it's gonna throw the essences on there back into my inventory. And then I just put on that, and I would like to add something to it, because why not? So I think I want to, let's see, this is vitality, this is critical rating, and this is agility. Do you have any input, hun? Any thoughts on that? It comes with a bunch of agility. Well, it comes with some agility, some vitality, a lot of critical. So I think agility and vitality are probably the ones I want to add to this.
How's your critical rating versus physical mastery?
So my critical rating for
Ranged is 27.
ranged is 27.1%. And what was the other one you wanted to know? Tactical?
Physical mastery.
Physical mastery. Physical mastery is currently at, what, 195%? Okay, and...
Ranged, but yeah.
Okay. And what was the other one? Finesse? 39.7%.
Okay, so none of them are capped, so you can do pretty much anything.
Okay. So I think I will put, now let's see, how to remember how to do this. I slide it over to this, is that right? No.
You can either
I could just slide it directly to the thing, maybe?
equipment in the flame, or you can control a click.
Oh, I put the equipment in the flame. That's right. And now I can bring this over. Uh-oh, the essence is incompatible with that socket. Okay, let's see. This is a basic essence. This is a primary essence. Okay, so that'll be a problem. That's a vital essence, and that is a basic. So I could add critical rating, which, okay, that's fine. What do I have down here? I have, oh, those are words of power. But you have me keeping that stuff somewhere.
Right when it's not.
Oh. That's a vital essence. Can't use that either.
Now, you have an essence box in your inventory, probably, but that was...
Hang on. There we go. Cat was stuck to me. Let's see. I don't have essences in my inventory. So probably another one of my characters is holding them somewhere. Let me check. Using, oh, hang on, let's close you guys up. Alt Inventory is one of the plugins that I like to use. There are lots of really good plugins, though, out there. And you do not have to use plugins to play the game, but I just enjoy the extra quality of life that I get from having them. And let's see, SN, yeah, there we are. All right. That's wild. That one's in French. Essence mesure de résistance. That's wild. I do not know why. I have a French essence. Anyway, Yeah, so I just put a list in the chat there of different plugins that people use. Some people like Kiki Inventory, some people like Alt Inventory. I think they're both really good. I started with Alt Inventory, so I tried using Kiki, and I was like, the buttons aren't where I want them. So I just went back to Alt Inventory. But yeah, you can. They're all useful. Let's see. This one is a primary. No, I need a basic. That's a vital. I think I might not have any other basics. So, okay. No big deal.
Um,
Oh, but I can go ahead and
put an essence box
sell
on
that.
your reward though. If you search your inventory for essence.
Okay. Let me sell these shoulders so I don't have to worry about that later. Oh, they're locked. I'm like, why am I not seeing them? Because they're locked. Where did they go? They're at the top. Nope. Do. All right, I know they're here because I just unlocked them and something changed. Where's that thing? Isn't it so I can click on it here and it shows up? No, it's the other way around, isn't it?
You can use the search box.
Oh, that's true. What are they called again? Harness. There it is. Before reminded me that there is a search box in the shop. Thank you, dear. Here, let me give you some stuff because my inventory is a little messed up at the moment. Let's see. Starting here, I can give you the drops we've been picking up. And I can give you stuff to just sell. And I can give you scrolls. And I'm going to give you crafting ingredients. Oh. Apparently I have a red sea stone I can't trade to you. Sorry.
Really?
That's what it says.
Huh.
It is bound to account. Well, 5 of them. A stack of 5 of them. Okay, there we go. Now that creates a little more space in here. Okay, so I got a new essence, a couple essence boxes. So we've got the Seafarer's Lively Crafted essence box, and I've got a Seafarer's Flickering essence box. So open this box to choose a Flickering Seafarer's essence, or open this box to choose a Lively Seafaring essence.
That one's higher level.
But the problem is they have to be a basic essence.
Well, let's take a look.
All right.
Open it up.
All right, we're going to open it up, see what happens. They are... Oh, that is basic. Yeah, basic. All right.
Now, if you're not maxed out on critting, critting is great.
Well, I already did a crit on the other one. I was thinking I would do like agility for the second one.
Okay.
So... Oh, yeah. That should be added to the list. Kagosi says, have to say that subscriber buffs reminder is very handy. Yes. I love it. Hang on, I can't... Over there, agility. That's what I want. Hello, agility. All right, so we'll pop that here. Move this over here. Wait, now it's not flickering. Why can't I add it? It's incompatible. No, it's not. That's basic. Oh, that says primary. What? Oh, they weren't all basic. Some of them weren't basic. And I didn't check. Fine. Let's try again, but with the other one. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Mistakes were made. Okay, so if I did vitality, that's a vital. Agility is a primary. Well, it looks like we're going with your idea anyway of critical because it's a basic. Yep. Okay, that one I can do. Okay, well, double critical, whatever. And I'm no longer overcapped with my stuff. So yeah, one day I was talking on stream about forgetting to check with the Winda to get my subscriber benefits. And before I was like, I sense a plug-in opportunity. And then during his stream, which is right after mine, by the way, for those of you who are new here, he went ahead and just threw it together. And oh my gosh, it's so good. So if you are a subscriber, like a VIP or a lifetime subscriber, you can get this cool benefit where you talk to somebody called Wenda Cranesbill, and she gives you a couple of little goodies, one of which is this little bauble that I've been clicking on over here, which opens up the town services. Super handy. You have that on the go. Love it. And then the other one is like a jug that you consume, and that expires after 2 weeks. So you want to pick that up again, after, well, before 2 weeks is over, ideally. But if you log in and it has expired, there's now a plugin where it'll just pop up on your screen and say, time to talk to Wenda. That's all. That's all it does. It just pops up and sits there and says, time to talk to Wenda. And you can dismiss it if you want, or you could leave it up, because as soon as you talk to Wenda and you consume that jug, it disappears on its own. So been really enjoying that. Well, I think we have a little bit of time still to do a couple more missions if you're up for it.
Sure.
All right. Oh yeah. Hey, how far am I? Let's take a look. I'm not to box 100 yet, or 50.
I have gone up 3 boxes. Huh?
But yeah, I was gonna say I'm up to 23 now, which is pretty awesome. I think I was like 19 or something like that when we started, so that's pretty neat. All right. Natural disaster.
News has come in with the tide.
Oh, excuse me. Hang on a second. They have troubling news from the Cape. A group of territorial horns has been expanding and destroying property and lives alike, both peasants and nobles on the road to Umbar. Please take the fight to them and trim their branches back. Okay. So let's jump in there. Okay, and before it's going to be working on the plugin, the time to talk to Wenda plugin subscriber buffs a little bit more during his stream today. I have arrived. All right. Now, if you go walking past the delving stone, it'll phase out and you won't have the opportunity to do a delving. So if that's important to you, make sure you don't go wandering past it. Oh, I was thinking about, well, now's not the time. I was going to add something to my bars just for fun. More bars. I'm going to add more bars to my bars. I mean, there are plugins that are bars, so in theory, yes. But that wasn't what I was thinking of. Before it says, last week I added a check for inventory item, but it turns out I didn't know what I was doing and it needs improvement. That's the fun about plugin development. It's like, how about this? Does this work? What about this? Let's try this item. Yeah, eventually you get it figured out, right? That's the hope and the dream. All right, let me get out of that nasty stuff he left behind. Tree was dribbling some looky stuff on the ground for me. Do not want. Hello, tree. That's funny. I wondered. I kind of got that impression.
But a few seconds before it breaks, do damage.
So yeah, he had feared it, and I was able to do damage to it while it was in that state and on its way back. Go. They look a little bit like pineapples. They have a little bit of a pineapple-shaped thing going on. Let's see if we can see one at a distance here.
I've done a few class trait points that gives us a 3-second window.
Look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh, okay. Before saying he did something with his class trait points, which creates a window between when you do when you fear it and how you can do damage to it for a few moments, for 3 seconds.
By default, it's like, oh, any damage you take this.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that. Because yeah, by default, any damage you do to something that's feared will break the fear effect, and so you don't have, it's like basically what I do sometimes is I'll fear something, wait for it to walk far away from me, and then start attacking it, because then it takes its time to get back to me. So that makes sense. I was wondering about that.
At least 3 class trait points.
3 class trait points. I don't actually. Oh, I have 8 points to spend. Oh,
Oh goodness.
I know, right? I was looking to see if maybe that yellow trap exists somewhere.
Let's see.
I know. So sad. That's my problem, is I don't know where I want to spend points, because I'm like, the thing I want's not there.
The trick is just spending all
So, yeah, I don't know what I want to spend them on. Yeah, Bard's Arrow. I mean, not Bard's Arrow. My Heart Seeker did, I don't know, third to a half damage on that. It's not terrible. Yeah, see, they kind of have like a pineapple look to them. The little chunkies on the sides. Aren't they kind of cute? Yeah, nice. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. I feel like it makes it a lot more usable because we often have dots on them anyway.
Yeah. Before I was pointing out that makes it really nice, because we often have dots on them. Damage over time situation. So if we're like sending them away, and but we could still damage them while they're running away, that's kind of nice. Get a little damage on time, send them away. They kind of walk off, and then they just kind of stop walking. We just need to find the Great Huar now. Or is this it? Hey, that's it. Rock on.
Pretty good.
I guess I was like, oh wait, this one's extra big. Okay, yeah.
It's okay.
This is why I don't put a lot of extra buttons on my stuff too, because like, I'm tired.
See, nothing direct wing that much.
It's too much mental effort to have too many extra things to push. Just let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm happy. With the occasional 9 or 10 or something, for those exciting days. Yay! Another victory! Hurrah! Excuse me. So because we did a delving, we could turn in the delving to either one of these mission givers. So that's why that guy has a ring, even though we did all of his delvings. Because we're going to turn in the delving, and then that ring goes away. Because like I said, we could turn it into either one of these two. But we still have to turn in the mission back to her, because she's the one we got it from. So. All right, infestation of crabs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have need of something?
All right, so the Kalbina is one of our finest merchant ships. She is sailing to Jax Faniel on the morrow. There are rumors of huge beasts, giant crabs, and who knows what else clamoring aboard the ships. These are simple merchant vessels, and their crews are not used to defending themselves from such beasts. So, can we go and protect them? Yeah, we can go do something about that. So again, we're on a boat, so there's no delving situation here. It's just go do what they asked us to do, which is head downstairs. So we have leaks, not the onion style, but the hull has breaches in it, and some of them are down below, like the one I just did through the floor, because I'm just pretty awesome. And then there's one here that I can actually see. So that's what I'm running around doing, is I'm running around and I'm closing up some of these holes in the hull. The hull hole. Yes, the hull leaks. And so we've got 8 leaks that we want to repair. And then we've got some crabs that are on board as well. And so, poor guy, scared, standing on his bed there. So we've got crabs called crab hunters. There's 10 of those on board that we need to find and defeat. We've got great crabs. There's 8 of those to find, and 8 leaks to take care of in this on the boat itself. So that's what we're doing. So they're on this level and the level below. So that's what we're doing, is running around taking care of all that. So B4 says, as a minstrel, I'm using skills 1 through 8 and then control 1 through 8 most often. Are you already headed down? Yeah, okay. Cool. So we got some crabs down here to defeat, and then there should be... Oh no, I got all the leaks in the hull. So we've taken care of all the smaller crabs, but now there's 2 greater crabs that we need to hunt down, and you'll never guess where they are. The place we haven't been yet. Did I fix the hull handily? I did. Hooray! Telerian uses only mostly 1 through 4 most of the time, but you use Control, Alt, and Shift. So same number of keys, which is 16. Yeah, you guys are definitely a little bit more like pressing the buttons. Well, I do a lot of keyboard, like, or mousing to the buttons on the screen. I do some of that. I'm also really not good at paying attention to when something is because like when you click on something, if it has an induction, like the little, box goes around it and you have to wait. And so sometimes I'll queue up a bunch of things and it's like, no. You may not queue up a bunch of things. Ship of Wraiths. All right, we have just received a disturbing report. A prominent Umbari noble has vanished during a routine trip to Shadak's Kin in the Shield Isles, near an isle where it's rumored that the dead walk freely. It says, please, we need your help. Investigate and rescue any trapped sailors. Yeah, we can give that a hand. So now I have a delving stone. Oh, hey, I have a box to open. Open that.
Just to show.
Sure. Let me get this box here. So I have a delving amethyst that we got from a previous one. And what it does is it checks your inventory. So if you have one and when it goes to award you one, it doesn't give you another one. It's just like, you've got one. Okay, you're good to go. But you can sell them, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're doing 12, right? Okay, so I'm going to need a delving amethyst. Conveniently, I have one. So it says the stone is inert, but there's a clear fissure in the surface where one with little effort could affix a gem of some sort. And you have such a gem in your possession, perhaps. I do. So the delving amethyst fits into the fissure within the delving stone. The amethyst cracks, and the darkness that was within creeps out of the stone and moves into the air as a black tendril. A flash of dread fills you, but passes. So it tells us that a dread-filled malice spreads through the area. So what we're doing here is we are, through our delving in the mission, is we are working to dispel that additional negative stuff that's been added. Yeah, they were just chilling out on the beach. See, now I'm just clicking on the bar, for my stuff instead of using the buttons. I don't know. So I go back and forth. Man, these guys are neat. Oh, he's on a hot spot. Okay. Well, good news. That took care of a couple of things that we needed. Oh yeah, so before it's like all delving gems have the unique tab, so you won't get one in your backpack if you already have one. If you put the gem into your vault and then get another one, then it will award it to you. You'll get it then. You can also sell it, like in our situation, because we're doing this as a duo. Like one of us could sell our delving stone, and the other person could use theirs for the next delving, and then I'd get awarded like another one. But it's only 44 copper, so it's not like a great money maker here.
Like 2,000 gold on this server.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the 22 copper is perhaps a drop in the bucket next to my 3,800 gold.
Yeah, 30 million.
Yeah,
Copper.
30 million copper. So this is where we were expecting to start running into things, is where this water is. I don't remember them being on the beach or on the island before, but maybe they were. Maybe we just usually go past them so fast that we don't notice them.
Yeah, you notice them more when they're murdering you.
Yes, we notice them more when we're being murdered. Yeah. So talking about control alts and such, and Tillian says, "Yeah, I know, but I only have one thumb, and that is the one that is doing the control alt shift stuff. Other fingers do the 1 through 4." Hey, I figure it makes whatever makes the most sense, right? Is like where your fingers tend to go. That's make it work. Whatever works for you makes the most sense. I think he's really good at spreading his fingers across and getting to larger areas. I'm more like you in the sense that I kind of tend to cluster my hands in a much smaller region of the keyboard and the mouse. Oops, wrong one. How did we get these guys? I did shoot your feared guy. Ugh, get me out of this box. Oh, got another one coming. Who's shooting you? That frenzied specter? Okay. Oh, he took you out.
Yeah,
Oh, nose.
I was just taking a healing potion.
Ah. Are we still in combat with him? I don't think so. I think he rubber-banded.
Step it off.
Okay. I'll just wait here for you. Now, Tillian says you would need 2 delving gems. If you failed a mission because you reported out, you have a backup. Everyone should have backups. You can also, well, you can't buy the higher tier ones, I don't think, but you can buy like the lowest tier one. I'm pretty sure you can do that. So then you'd have to do like the highest of that level. So what I'm trying to say is, and Tillian, you already know what I'm trying to say.
Talk to the vendor and see which ones you can buy.
When you talk to the delving stone, there's kind of groupings. So like levels 1, 2, and 3 uses one type of gem. 4, 5, 6 uses the next one. 7, 8, 9 uses the following one. And then 10, 11, 12 uses what we did here, which was the amethyst. So the amethyst is the 10, 11, 12 tier. So if you do a 9 delving, it always awards you the next one up so you can continue to make progress. So if you do a 9 delving, it'll give you the gem you need for a 10, which then, you're switching from, I don't know, emerald or something like that for the 9. They'll give you an amethyst so you can do a 10. So I'm pretty sure you can buy the 1, 2, 3 thing. So you could start off with doing like a 3 to get the gem for the 4. And then you could do the 6 to get the gem for the 7. Just keep leapfrogging your way around here. Oh my gosh, when they started this, yeah, they had a different gem for every level. Now there were only like 8 levels, but still, there was a different gem for every level. So you did a 1 to get the 2, a 2 to get the 3, 3 to get the 4. And oh my gosh, that was inventory hog. So I'm really glad they switched it to like these kind of tiers, and there's just 4 gems in total you have to worry about. Some money in the box. We got a box. Ah! You people with your boxes. Lots of gook. You're standing in one, by the way. There we go. Oh, Tellurian says you can buy any, but they come at a price. Oh, okay. Like, we're talking firstborn child or something? Like, the way you put that sounds ominous.
I mean, might not say no.
I guess it depends on what's the bargain here. Oh, we got a noble, like, practically drowning over here. Is she sitting down? Well, lady. Oh, maybe she was hiding. There we go. I'm hiding under the water, too. Oh, no! Rapuro, the rancorous, roars in rage at the sight of the escaping prisoners. Uh-oh. That health ain't looking too hot here. Yeah. Off we go. No, but I did remember to take a potion.
Hooray.
Or use a thing. Yeah. Whoo! Dame Hypatia says, I'll never do higher than 3 in delvings. I love to quest without having to think about what I do. Well, that's one of the reasons why I love doing this with Affodil, because Affodil's really good at, like, checking all the stuff and, like, what we're going to be impacted by, and also just going around and hitting things where I'm like, ooh, look at these papers over here, and, you know, I love being distracted by all the other things going on in here. Hey, let me go repair this ship. And, you know, meanwhile, Affodil's like, all the crabs. I will take them out. So that's what you need, Team Hypatia, is you need a questing partner who's like, yeah, I will do the pew-pew, and you can do the other stuff. All right, so here's the last one we have here. She says, I have an urgent mission this time. We've just gotten word from one of the Taramir dwarves that a number of their miners have been trapped in a cave on the Cape of Umbar. Locals call it the Jid Pesi, the Cavern of Whispers. There are reports that they found a treasure of great beauty and cost. If you're able, please rescue both the dwarves and this treasure. There's no time to lose. Rescue them before the cave further collapses. Okay. We could do that. Yeah, no, Tellurian does say there's still too many of these delving gems, or they should be in the wallet. I don't disagree with you on that. I mean, it would be lovely if it was an easier way to keep them and not have them in the inventory. I mean, it's not like they're, I don't think, yeah, they're bound to character, so it's not like I could pass them off or anything, so, yeah. I don't feel a need to have it in my inventory. So, okay, so I'm supposed to go this way, yeah? Well, we can divide. It's cool. Okay, so some of these are dead ends. There's supposed to be dead ends around here. Let's see if I found a dead end. Yes, and these little beetle guys, they're yellow, so you don't have to attack. All right, I did not find the dead end, so I'm not sure. There we go. This is where the miners are.
Your end map might still be filled in minus.
Oh, indeed. All right, I'm not... Oh, did we come in from the right?
Yes, from the Middle East.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll go this way. Wait, now what? And go that way. Okay, got it. So we have rubble blocking the way, and then we have to rescue the miners that are often trapped behind the rubble. Rubble. So come get this guy. I'm still getting used to the housing tokens being in the wallet. I'm so used to having the housing writs in my inventory, and now that they've changed it to homesteading coins, I'm still getting used to that, and I'm still getting used to it being in my wallet and not in my inventory. I mean, it's a good change. I'm not unhappy with the change in general, but it's just really a weird thing not to, like, go looking for my housing writs and be able to find them. You saved me. You're welcome. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, that might be a long passage. So I think I still need to go this way. I think I'm supposed to be following left side rule anyway. Oh, we found you. Oh, we have rescued everybody. So the cave appears stable. Collect the great jewel from the deepest cave area. Alright. Got it. Oh no, escape to the entrance before the mine collapses. We have 1 minute and 25. So I'm just gonna follow Affadil. Who's really good at guiding us. Well, it was almost. It was like just the next one over.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. So we don't go out. We talk to the scout here. And there we go. All right. Well, that is the last of the delvings and missions. Oh, we made it out of the entrance just in time. Good job, us.
You wanna go finish off another delving, I think?
No.
There is much to be done and fewer hands.
All
on
right.
which
So
to
that
do it.
takes care of all of the missions that we had here in the Bloody Eagle Tavern. There's some other stuff here. It's like an interesting place. You should, can wander around and check things out. Like there's a tavern keep with all sorts of stuff going on there. You've got like little alcoves of all sorts of stuff. Like it's a well, nicely created space. I don't know. Can you leave? There's a door. I think you can leave, right? You're not allowed to leave. You may never go. There is a door. I think it takes me out to Umbar. Let's take a look. Yeah, so now well, it still says Bloody Eagle Tavern, but I think I'm in, let me see. There we go. I'm in Umbar Barhabal, the city of the Corsairs, and I am in the middle-ish here. Oh yeah, and in front of me there's like a stable master. Yeah, right there. I think I've already talked to her.
Greetings to you.
I think we came and did a little bit of questing here because we were trying to get our characters up to 150. So I think we kind of ran around here a little bit and did some questing. I think it was on these characters. What had to have been. Had to have been. Otherwise, if it was somebody else, we would have got kicked out. Also, in this city, let me think. Where is it? There's a quartermaster, I believe. Okay, everybody's listed, so let's see, where's the quartermaster? Not you. But there's the quartermaster that I talked to here somewhere is where you can buy that boat that I have in my yard. Pretty sure it was in Umbar Barhabal, because what else is there? Yeah, this is the main city here. So I know it was here somewhere. And it was basically the sort of thing where it was like, I came out of, let me see if I can find it. Anyway, I'm just going to poke around for a minute. But then coming up soon after me is B4, as mentioned, and he'll be doing his stream called Pluggin' Along, where he is looking at Lotro plugins and doing some plugin development. And it sounds like he's going to be doing some more development on his plugin, the Wenda plugin. I know it's not called that. Okay, no, it was down on the ground somewhere. And it was basically, it was in some middle area, like where there's a bunch of merchants and stuff. Let me look at the map again. I feel like it was in this area or something. Let's see, that's a shrine. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's take everything off. Clear all. And let's see, what would a quartermaster fall under? Because I don't see quartermaster as an option. Maybe vendor? Vault keeper, tunnel entrance. Well, I didn't even notice that before. Stable master, milestone. It might be near a milestone. Item master. No, probably not. Fellowship leader, far-ranging stable faction. Oh, it could be a faction. I don't think so. Yeah, it's not showing up. Eagle. Dockmaster, crafting. Okay, let's see if it's one of these people. Healer, provisioner, tavern supplier, fishing supplier, provisioner, supplier. Well, that's a fair point. I mean, Tillerian says that isn't there a quartermaster in the Eagle? Yeah, I just thought there was one on landscape, but you're probably right. I could just go back to the Bloody Eagle, which is probably not this way. I could just port myself there.
There's one in the lower ward.
That's all right. We'll just go back to the Bloody Eagle and see if they have it there. I'm not sure. So this was back when, like, Umbar had just opened up that I remember I was looking for this. Because it was a new housing item, and I was like, how cool is that? And so it's like, I got to get one of those. So that's a stable master for missions. That's handy. Those are handy, by the way. Can get you around to all sorts of different places, like Anat Karfu and the Erebor one. Those are dwarven missions. There's a Gundabad one, more dwarven stuff. Is Trestle Bridge, though, that's in the North Downs. And that's the one where you go like into the Wildwood and do stuff. So that's kind of fun. All right, so let's see. I think they're over here, aren't they? Umbar Quartermaster. That might be the one I want. Let me see. So they have the return to skills. I think does this one also have the guide to skills? I don't think so. But anyway, okay, so let me find housing, I think it was, maybe? Because it's a housing item, but it is it's a travel, it's a stable master, basically, but it's a dock master. Okay, you know what? We'll just do a search of all. Okay, it's not return to. There's the guide tos. I must have already picked these up. Or, no, you need. Oh no, I must have these already. Well, good job. Good job past me. Some people have done doing some really cool stuff, by the way, with some of these marble pieces, and like sinking them down and then like adding them to each other and stuff like that. It's really fascinating. These are some of those, what is it called? Ambient environments where it changes the look of the outside weather at your premium house. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, stone roads. What? Where do you use that? Floor surface. Oh, okay. Interesting. You know, I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at this stuff, apparently. Got some terracotta tile. That's nice. A mosaic tile. Oh, I think I was looking for some of that at one point. I think I did come looking for some of these mosaic tiles at one point. There we go. Okay, so here you've got the Umbari Stable Master. So that's the... It summons a visiting stable master from from Umbar, who will offer his services for anyone in your household. And then underneath that, so you've got the male version and the female version, and then you've got the landlocked dock master's skiff. And then again, you have also the male version and the female version. And that is it'll summon a very confused visiting dockmaster from Umbar who will offer her services for anyone in your household. Thrutter asks, can you have snow? Yes, there are a couple of ambient environments that have snow. Oh yeah, so here let me point out real quick that these stable masters and dock masters, you spend homesteading coins for them. I think I spent the other thing, the old writs, housing writs to get these. But now they're better priced with the homesteading coins. So that's really, really nice. So yeah, let me show you, let's see, my house at, I have a premium house in Rohan where I have, oh yeah, I've got the monkey. I'll show you my house in Rohan, and then I'll show you what the dock master and what the stable master look like. I don't have the Umbar stable master, but I have a Hobbit version one. Okay, so here, let me mount up. So that's my house there in the distance. It's apparently night in the game. So everything is as if it's night in the game. However, when we get close to my house, the ambient environment will take over. So I have decorated it with snowy style things, and here we go, here comes the snow. And so now it's as if it's night, but in the snowy place that I chose. So the ambient environment I chose is, this is Wildermore Balewood. And so it creates this snowy look during the day and during the night. So it is a little bit gray also during the daytime. And it looks like it's going to be quite a while before we get to daytime, sorry, or I would show it to you. But yeah, this is my Yule house. It's still in progress. I still have a lot that I'm doing with it, but I've got like some little wintry lanterns here to guide your way up to the broken snowman, who guide your way up to the snowball arena. We've got, I got an elven, glittering elven pavilion. So it looks like, let me zoom in a little. It looks like that when you're just looking at it. And you can come inside and everything. It's got like strings of lights and stuff. So if you click on it, there it goes. It lights up the strings of lights. And so let me move further away, sorry. Stop. There we go. So now it's lit up. You can see that from a distance. Let's see what else. I've got, yeah, just various snowy things. We've got this tree in winter. I basically did a lot of like plopping things down, and then I'm gonna come back and tidy it up at some point and yeah, finish getting everything kind of more in place. But inside, like all of, yeah, Dame Hypatia says, I love housing items you can switch on. Me too. I love the interactable stuff. So, oh goodness, it's doing that falling through thing. So give it a minute to, but here you can see how they build stuff, which is kind of fascinating to me. It's like you can see all the details. There we go. All right. That's enough of our sneak peek underneath. But again, I've stuck like a whole bunch of my Yule themed decorations in this house. And then my plan is to come back and, yeah, kind of tidy it up later on. Just kind of plopping everything in here so I know what I've got, and then I can rearrange, you know, over time. But I went ahead and put like the burning sconces down here. I think I need something. Oh, I don't know if I can do anything at the walls. I think that's why I stuck this here. This is a decorative wall, but it goes into like a housing slot, into a, sorry, what slot is it in? It's in a wall slot. So that's why that's there. And it actually is really funny because this one's tall. So it actually goes higher than there, and I've shoved it into the ground, I think. So otherwise it comes up and it like blocks the, because right here you can see I'm standing right above it. So I could bring it all the way up and it would take over this, like I could have it be in front of this wall and blocking this doorway if I wanted to have it be like two separate rooms. But I don't have the fireplace. Oh yeah, I do. I do have the fireplace here. So this is another interactable item, which I love. It takes a long time for the induction, though. It surprises me how long that takes, but it does stay on, which is nice. And then we've got a little fire going, which is lovely. Yeah, I haven't finished. I'm not sure. It seems a little dark in here still. I would probably need to, oh, because I have a soft green lighting in here. I probably need to switch out the lighting, maybe the wall color, because I'm not really sure about that orangey color. In here I did it with green. So yeah, but again, so like I'm still, every time I find Yule themed stuff, I bring it out to this house because this is the house that's all Yule-esque. We also have this barn, and I haven't done anything with the barn yet, I don't think. Yeah, I don't even have lighting in here. So that's another opportunity for, putting something, because this has a bunch of hooks. Let me see. Yeah, see, look at all these. I mean, I've got quite a few hooks in here I could play with, so I could make it into something. I just haven't yet, because I kind of wanted to do the house first, but I feel like this needs to be something that has its own little theme, like maybe it's a cozy bedroom or something like that. But I haven't settled on what that's going to be. Like it could be a guest room idea, I suppose. I don't know, the guest barn. But yeah, so that's some fun stuff you can do. And I wanted something that you could still kind of see. So because there's another snowy one, I think it's even more snowy, but I want to have an event at this house. And so I want the players to be able to see each other. I also chose to put mounts here that are wintry themed. So we've got like our Icy Expedition steed, Snow Strider pony, Shire Holly steed, with the green on there, the Yule Gala steed with those little snowflakes, the Elk of Felagos's Glory, very wintry style. So, yeah, so I'm still playing around with it. I can't affect the grass, which is too bad because I would love to be able to make the ground more wintry in some way, but that's not an option in the game at this point. And actually some housing, this is not one, this one's old enough that there's newer housing, well, Lindleby housing, and we'll just go there, has a housing hook that's new, and that's a fence. Put down a snowball field. Well, I do have a snowball field, honey. It's at the top of the hill. Yeah, I could put one in the middle, I suppose. That would kind of, or maybe on top of some grass to try and make it think it's like, act like it's not. But yeah, so there's this housing hook here. So you can see this, this hedge here. That is a fence hook. And you can choose from quite a range of them. Let's see, did anybody else put one out yet? No, there's not one here. But you can choose from like this kind of a hedge look, which you could buy from the Spring Festival, I think it was. And there's like this yellow, there's a blue one, and another color, like a yellow one, I think. Wait, this is yellow. Maybe orange? I forget the third color. Maybe it was pink. Or you could have like wooden fencing. And there's a couple of different versions of that. I think there's a stone wall kind of fence look. So it's kind of cool because it gives you a lot of flexibility in your decorating style with that fence line. I love that. Oops, I didn't mean to go down. I was just checking to see if you had a fence. Nope, doesn't look like here either. All right, let me see if I can get back up to my house from here. I mean, technically I'm there. So says the overlay. Oh, cool. I was able to get back up. Fantastic. So that's a cool hook. I like that one. But it'd be cool if there was like, if I had something like that at Rohan and I could like put something snowy around the edges. That would be kind of fun too. So I have two things here that are those things that we were just looking at Umbar. One is this landlocked dockmaster skiff. That's what this little boat is here. It's not just a decoration piece. It's actually interactable. So it is a dockmaster. And so the person shows up and I can click on her and she'll show me all of the different dock locations that I can go to using a dockmaster. It's kind of like the same as your far-ranging stable master. This is like kind of your far-ranging dockmaster. And yes, and as before says, like most of the best housing items, you can sit on it. These are places I haven't been yet, but I could because it's minimum level 135, so I could absolutely go check those out, and then I'd be able to travel from here to there. That's funny. Peligir has one, and I haven't been there. Now you can see though, like the ones I haven't been to, it says undiscovered route. And so that's why it's not showing up as a route that I can pay for, as opposed to like the Shield Isles. Okay, I've been there. I can just pay the money and go. Like the Lothlorien docks, I haven't been there since I got the Dockmaster, so I could unlock that still. But like say if I really wanted to go somewhere and I don't want to like travel there over land and stuff like that. I just want to get there and unlock it. I could just pay one mithril coin and it would travel me immediately there and it would unlock that for me. So then I'd be able to use it in the future with the coins. So that's nice. You always have that option. So right next to her though is she's standing next to my Shire Stable Master stand, which I bought in the Lotro store because they have different stylings. Oops, I didn't step back. She's standing on top. Sometimes that happens if you're standing, because they spawn in relation to you and their stand. So you have to be near the stand in order for them to spawn, but then they spawn in relation to you. So I was standing here too close to the stand, and so she spawned on top of the stand, which is funny. But again, you've got your far-ranging stable options. So everything that's lit up are places that I have been, and so I can travel there using her abilities. She can just send me there. But then there's some places where I haven't unlocked it for some reason, or that's so funny. Eastfold Hills homesteads. That's really funny because I've been there, but I probably just didn't. Not anyway. Maybe not with this account or these characters. Anyway, it's funny because I've had houses in both places, but not on this server. Anyway, so those are a couple of the different stable masters, dock masters. So the one that was in Umbar, it would be just like this. It would be the sort of thing where you click on it and out will pop a stable master, but they would have an Umbari styling to them, and the stand itself would have an Umbari look to it. More like how this dock master is dressed in an Umbari style. I would expect to be something like that. So, okay. Well, oh yeah, and I've got these two over here, which I think is funny. These two are both property guards. So if you click on like Sam, then you get a Sam to follow you around. And because it's nighttime, he's got a torch. So the Sam's gonna follow me everywhere I go at the moment. But then I could, how do I dismiss you? I thought it was there. No, I don't want the quest. Thank you very much. There we go. Pet menu, dismiss. So, but let's say I really wanted the Hobbitlan Elder. I could click on her instead. And again, it's nighttime, so she's got a torch to follow me around. And then she's just going to follow me wherever I go. Although, if you phase anywhere, they can't follow. So as long as I'm running around in the neighborhood, she can follow me around. But once I go through a portal, or if I use like a travel skill, then she can't follow me. She just despawns. But so those are also some fun interactable things. So, all good? Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Are you sure about that? Delirian asks. I mean, like where you want me to go, Bree? Or are you thinking somewhere else? Also, if I mount up... Oops, hang on. What happens if I mount up? Well, she's gone if I mount up. But then let me see if I get down to... Yeah, she's still there. So, yeah, sure, let me go to Bree. And then we will wrap up the stream. So if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and pop that in the chat. That used to be the way that they would always despawn. So we can double check. Because I don't think they are... they can't exist outside of the neighborhood. What? Okay, they didn't used to be able to exist outside the neighborhood. Well, that's fun. When did they change that? What a kick. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks. Now I know. Oh, that's good. I like that. And then there's a handful of these, by the way. The property guards. There's like her. Oh, funny. Tillian says, as far as I recall, it's just true for the Lindleby guards. How funny. Here, funny little side story is we were playing on Bombadil, which was the PvP server, and so you could be in a you would choose a faction, Elrahir or Eladan, and using a stable master will remove them. Okay, so we had Bree housing for our kinship that we had created, but and we had property guards. And so we would go and click a property guard. But the thing is they actually did want to defend if you were attacked. And generally you can't be attacked in housing because there's no monsters in there. But because we were separate factions, we were able to attack each other. And so if you like attack somebody, your property guard would then start to attack that person. And if you did it just right, like got out of the way, you could have your property guard basically end up attacking their property guard, and they would just like fight it out. And so we did some of that just before Bombadil closed, and that was hilarious. So, all right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. B4 is coming up next, and he'll be doing some stuff about Lotro plugins. And yeah, so stick around for that. Have a great rest of your week. And I will be back next week when the festival will be on. So we'll definitely be doing some festival stuff next week. All right, everybody. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.